Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Kiera. As you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be letting you guys know exactly what I do for a full moon ritual. This is going to be for beginners. If you are a beginner on your spiritual journey and you're looking for something small and slight, something that's not too chaotic or something that you're not trying to dive too deep into at the moment, this is the perfect moon ritual for you. As I stated before, I am a beginner on my spiritual journey, and I typically like to do things at my own pace. I don't like to dive into things and do things that I'm not comfortable with. So that is why I tend to just do things my way, and I don't try to force any type of systems onto myself. So if that is something that you're interested in, make sure you continue watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, also turn on the post notifications so that you don't miss when I upload videos. I upload every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. and of course you don't want to miss this amazing content. Without further ado, I'm going to jump straight into this video. I don't want to hold y'all too much. Let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing I would like to say before this video is actually started is that, like I stated before, if you are a beginner and you are on your own journey by yourself, you don't have to be like or compare yourself to anyone else that's doing moon rituals and things like that. Of course, you want to make sure you are cleansing yourself properly and things like that, making sure you are, of course, checking in with yourself each full moon, but it's not something that is set in stone and say that you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way in order to consider it a ritual for yourself, because you are your own person. And when it comes to doing rituals and things like that, you have to figure out what is custom to your best liking and what is going to work best for you. So the first thing I want to talk about is cleansing your energy. I cleanse my energy using incense. I do have sage here as well. So I sometimes will use sage. I haven't used sage in a long time. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to actually be completely honest and transparent in this video. The last time I used sage, I felt like it made me feel really heavy, like energy wise. It made me feel really heavy, and I didn't like the way I felt after. And it could have been because I was going through a lot at that time and it was trying to like literally cleanse my energy. But I haven't used this since, and I typically now just use lavender. And I'm gonna clip on the screen the incense collection that I get from Amazon. I typically use like lavenders and things like that, like lavender scented incense and lavender scents around my house to like cleanse and stuff like that. You can also use sound bowls. I at the moment do not have a sound bowl. I typically look here on YouTube for sound meditation and sound cleansing. You can find videos that are like hours and hours long. Some videos are live and you can just listen to like sound healing energies. And I would typically play it on my phone, or I would play it on my TV if I'm trying to like cleanse the whole house. Most likely for like full moons and things like that. If there's like other people in the house, I would just play it on my phone. But if I'm here by myself, then I will play it on my TV, and I'll just like let the energy just, you know, spread throughout my entire house. Also use Florida water to cleanse my energy around the house as well. This is the bottle that my Florida water was typically in. I actually ran out, so I need to restock up on a lot of my spiritual cleansing items like incense and Florida water, everything like that. Like when I use my Florida water, I use that as like a house spray like after I clean up. This is not related to like the full moon, but when I'm cleaning my house, like I'll play like positive upbeat cleansing house music, or cleansing your home like type sounds or whatever the case, and I will use Florida water as like house spray. It smells really good to me. It smells like very refreshing to me. And you can also like use it to wipe down surfaces in your house. You can use it to spray on yourself. I've seen people say when they do like cleansing baths, I think is what it's called, they put like a couple drops in their bath water, so it's not harmful to your skin. I feel like you can use it as perfume. You can use it as like a house spray. You could probably take it with you, put it in your car, like all things like that. So that's what I use when it comes to cleansing my items. So the next thing I want to talk about is meditation. So when I'm meditating for a full moon, I love to go and watch Alina Alive here on YouTube. She is amazing. She does full moon videos every single time there's a full moon. Even on new moon, she does videos based on what to expect this new moon or this full moon. Since we're talking about full moon, she does videos based on like what to expect this full moon. And she'll also upload full moon meditation. It's typically like a 10 to 15 minute meditation. I love her videos, love her. I like her, like her voice is very relaxing to me, so I like to watch her. Or I'll just find like a random full moon meditation on YouTube. Or sometimes I haven't done this in a long time, but when I first started my journey, I would just use like just meditation sounds, and I'll just meditate to my own thoughts instead of just listening to someone else guide me through a meditation. I feel like I like to listen to guided meditations because it gives me like more visual, and I'm learning what I actually like for meditations. I like to visualize during my meditations. You're the type of person who don't want to hear someone else's voice, or you just want to have like peace and quiet. You don't have to meditate with sound. You don't have to meditate with music. You can just meditate just purely with pure silence, and that is a good way to meditate. I typically do everything right here on the floor as well because I don't like to, the way I'm sitting up right now, I cannot meditate in this position. Like I get too distracted, like my legs start to fall asleep, like right now they're falling asleep. Like it's too much for me. So I like to meditate right here on this in my living room floor, and I like lay down when I meditate, or I'll lay down on the couch, or I'll lay down in my bed if I'm going to bed, like I'm meditating right before bed or something. But during full moon rituals and things like that, typically I meditate right here on this floor. And like if I was using sage or something, I would like open my patio door and just like let all that like energy get out, because when you're cleansing, you have to have it somewhere to go. So that's typically what I do for like meditations and things like that. So the next thing I want to talk about for my moon ritual is journaling. What I like to do before I actually meditate is write down how I'm feeling before I meditate. And this is just getting everything out on the surface on how I'm feeling, what I've been feeling like this whole entire lunar cycle. And I write down everything that has been like having a hold on me, things that I want to release, and things that I'm dealing with, things that have not even touched the surface. Or I'll just write like 2 to 3 pages of just my feelings. Sometimes it's super heavy and intense because things do be like going on in my personal life, so it do be like really heavy. Another way I like to journal is by writing from full moon writing prompts, just like questions that someone else already wrote out. That way I can answer questions that I really have not asked myself, and something that someone else is asking me. That way it's a little bit easier for me to get to the bottom of things. Sometimes when you're doing like a ritual or like just even journaling, you sometimes try to like suppress what you really want to say or what you really want to write. So when the questions are coming from someone else, it's a little bit easier to write exactly what you feel when you read that question or when you write that question. It's a little bit easier. And like I said, the person that I watch for writing prompts is Alina Alive, and I also recently have started making my own writing prompts. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at I am Keyerakaye. I post full moon and new moon writing prompts on my Instagram every single full moon and new moon, so you don't want to miss that on my Instagram. Make sure you head over there and follow me. My Instagram is linked down in the description box. And yeah, I would really appreciate if you guys start to show love over there, because I do post weekly readings on my Instagram as well. So weekly zodiac predictions and things like that. Just thought I should throw out a little sponsor for my Instagram right here in this video. I also like to write down what I am grateful for the full moon and lessons that I've learned for the full moon. So that's another way that you can like jot down and write down anything that you have been struggling with, or things that you just want to appreciate even though you've been going through a lot. That's another journaling prompt that you can do for the full moon as well. So the last and final thing that I do for full moons is tarot reading. I sometimes will just pull a couple cards for myself when using my tarot cards. It really just depends on the type of mood that I'm in, if I want to pull for myself or not. I feel like sometimes when my energy is like chaotic and I'm like really emotionally going through something like traumatic, I don't like to pull for myself, because I feel like sometimes I can be in denial about the way I feel and what is actually causing me to feel that way. So I don't like to pull for myself, because then I'll pull a card and I'll try to make it mean something that it doesn't, or I'll try to make every meaning related to what I experienced that day, and it's hard. Like, it's easier for me to read for other people sometimes than it is to read for myself, depending on how chaotic my energy is at the time. I do like to watch full moon readings here on YouTube. So some of the channels that I like to watch is Pageant Queen Pixie. Love her. She has an amazing channel. I'll try, if I can remember, I'll try to clip her down in the description box. Go follow her. She does full moon, new moon readings. She's super amazing when it comes to like giving advice. I know that I have that type of channel as well, but sometimes you got to get the advice from someone else. And I love the way she presents her advice, and I just love her energy. Another channel that I watch for full moon and new moon readings is Shonnetta Divine Tarot. Of course, I'm pretty sure y'all probably have heard of her. If you haven't, she's amazing. And then another channel I like to watch is Kloee Taylor. I can't remember if she recently post like a full moon and new moon video, but she does a lot of pick a card readings on her channel, and she does timeless readings. So sometimes I'll go back, even if it's like a year ago and it's a timeless reading, I'll you know, pick a pile and just figure out what the energy is for me at that moment. And her videos are usually spot on for me. Shonetta's videos are usually spot on for me. And also Pageant Queen Pixie's is usually spot on for me. When it comes to finding like the right person to watch on YouTube for tarot readings, the best way that I can say is just go with your intuition and, you know, trust what you feel. If you feel like you're not aligning with someone, then you probably shouldn't watch the video. Or if you feel like your energy is off, then you probably shouldn't watch the video. A lot of times people get so confused when they are watching a tarot reading and they feel like they're not resonating. They try to blame it on the tarot reader, but it's like, are you fully aligned with yourself? Are you fully tapped into your intuition to figure out if you picked the right group or not? And like they say in the video, every message is not going to be for everybody, but you also have to do the work yourself to be tapped into your intuition to make sure you are picking the right group that is best for you. Because you can't get mad if you just randomly just not even tapped in and you just pick the wrong group, and then it has nothing to do with what you're going through or what you're experiencing, and you're mad because you feel like their readings are off. But it's like, maybe you just picked the wrong group. But that's a whole nother video for another day. But let me know if you want to hear that topic. I don't know what that topic is, but just let me know if you want to hear it, because I can go on and on about how people try to drag readers, and I just really hate it. But that is what I have for today's video on how I do my full moon practices, full moon rituals, whatever you want to call it, full moon meditations, full moon journaling, whatever you want to call it. That is what I typically do for my full moon. And like I said, everything is not perfect. It doesn't happen and occur this way each and every time. I try to make it a habit that I try to do this every time, but it doesn't always play out like that. But that is what I have for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. Please let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this style video. Let me know any other videos you want to see from me. Make sure you check out any of my recent uploads. Like I said, I upload every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. So if you are new to my channel, you should already be subscribed with the notifications turned on so you don't miss any future videos. Make sure you go back and check out some of my past videos that I upload if this is your first time on my channel, because I'm pretty sure you'll love some of the content that I post. But that is what I have for today's video, and I will catch you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching.